are coming to you from the Muffin House. You can hear the background music. It is Hotel California, and I am here with Kristen Daaboul. How are you?
I'm good.
This is a very timely podcast because you are doing something next week, which we want the public to be aware of because I think it's very, very cool. So if you don't know Kristen, listen to the previous podcast, search her name, and learn all about Raha Home and Kadeema Rentals because those are the two companies that Kristen runs. And we're talking specifically today about what you're doing with Kadeema Rentals.
Yes.
Number one, first of all, thank you for your support of the socials. Most notably, the Bean Farm. You were the presenting sponsor.
It was a blast.
It was unbelievable, and everyone was raving about it. So hopefully you got some really great feedback.
Yes.
And we're also going to have some of your furniture from Kadeema at the Fall Social this upcoming Wednesday.
Yes.
And people will rave about that as well. So fantastic to set the stage. But if people love the furniture, people can buy the furniture.
Yes.
So
let's
correct. Talk specifically about what you're doing next week.
Okay. So next week we're doing an in-person walkthrough or sip and shop of our warehouse space. So it's going to be specific inventory that we either have overstock of or items that are gently used and or items that maybe don't rent as well but could work in someone's home or office space.
You talked about having to be very efficient with your storage space.
Yes.
So that's an aspect of running a business that you probably didn't know too much about beforehand, but are learning a lot about. Do you anticipate this is going to be a regular part of how you do business?
Oh, definitely. Yes, because I think I have to think about cubic square feet of each rental item and whether it makes sense to keep it or to sell it. So that's an interesting new thing that I'm now learning about because we keep growing and then we keep having the situation of not having enough space. So thinking about being able to give some of those products that are not necessarily going in and out each week for rentals to have people buy them makes complete sense to me.
So give me a case in point. Somebody approaches you and says, we're looking to rent some furniture for a specific event, and you get, I'm just making up a number, 100 of them.
Right.
And then, I'm never going to rent 100 of these again? Is that how it
That's
works
exactly.
out?
Yeah. So sometimes we use them once and they sit there. So in that case, that's not super efficient with our storage space. So yeah, now's the time of year when events start slowing down. We have this surplus of items. Some of them are brand new. And we'd like to offload them so that we can either open up more space for new items for the next year, just be more efficient with how we're storing everything.
Who are your targets? Who's the type of person who you think hears about this opportunity and says, that's perfect for me right now?
I would say people that have their own businesses. It could be people that are just moving into a new home or they're renting and they're looking for quality furniture. They're not having to buy from like a big box store. We're local and it's supporting a local business. And that's where we're bringing in the scholarship stuff, which we'll talk about too. But I think supporting local in business, supporting local in scholarship and women owned and or women run scholarship or for women. And hopefully we're going to be helping individuals furnish their homes and offices.
All right, let's hop right into that because you referenced it and very, very generous. 10% of the sales are going to benefit the Women's Empowerment Scholarship. I mean, that is phenomenal.
I'm excited.
And that is really cool. And you spoke to your reasons why, your passions why. You are a woman, obviously, and you run a business, obviously. So you have, broken through that ceiling and really established yourself. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We who run the board of the Women's Empowerment Scholarship are very, very grateful for the support and love the fact that we're making enough of an impact that it inspires somebody like you who's had success to give back. That's all part of the process.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited about it.
Thank you.
I'm hoping we get, with the podcast and everything, we get it out there so that enough people are coming for next week and we can do this hopefully quarterly in the future. And or we'll have Shopify online, the website that people can go to at any time of the year. But I think having quarterly in-persons and we're able to give back at each of those events would be great. That would be our goal for the future.
If someone's clueless about what we're talking about, like what kind of furniture, is there a place they can go to just at least take a peek at generally what type of furniture we're talking about? Yes.
Okay. So if you go to our website, the Kadeema, www.kadeemarentals.com, KadeemaRentals.com. There's actually a link on the side that says sale or shop. If you click on that, it goes to our Shopify website. Anything on the Shopify is for sale. And we're going to be having more items in person than what's listed on the Shopify website. But you can check out online. You can be in person. You can direct message us. You can email us. Types of pieces would be like dining chairs, some dining tables. There's lounge furniture like armchairs, sofas. Some pieces are modern, some are more vintage. So if you love antiques, there's some pieces that are vintage items that people are now renting less of, but they're super good quality. So we don't want to just offload them for $5, but definitely for an affordable cost, but still it's a super quality item. There's some items that are great for, let's say, your living room or your office that might have a scratch on it or something like that, but something that we're not going to continue renting. So there are some gently used, there's some that are vintage antique, and then there are some that are new that have barely been used.
So it's a 3-day event, if I'm right. You have the 8th, 9th, and 10th, which is Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. But it's a little bit different because the 8th and 9th by appointment?
By appointment, yep. So you can email us. You could direct message us. You can, any way that you want to try to reach us. You can do by appointment if you have a client. You'd be going to our warehouse at 3 David Road in Norfolk, Massachusetts. That's where our warehouse is located. So we could walk you through the pieces. Even if there's something that you see that's not for sale, we can always help you source it, or we could get new ones in and you guys could buy our older ones. The by appointment is so that it's not like a frenzy. We can give you the time to like walk through with you, whether it's for yourself or for a client.
And then the 10th
yes.
is going to be a little bit more of a frenzy per se, because that's everybody's going to show up between what time and what time?
We're showing up between 3 to 6.
Beautiful.
Yes.
If I decide I want something, how do I take it home?
Okay, there's multiple options. If you have a vehicle that's big enough, you could do pickup the same day that you're coming. You could do a pickup the Saturday after the 3-day event. Or if you need a little bit of help, we have our own delivery team. So for an additional fee, depending on where you're at.
Yeah, reasonable.
Yeah, we could deliver it for you to your home or work location.
Yeah, I'd opt for that.
Yeah. It's a better option. I even do that with my team. If I have them, if they're available, yes, please deliver this to my house. That would be great.
Well, you're going to have a busy week because thank you for your support of the next fall social at Cadillac in Norwood. That's Wednesday as well.
Yeah.
So you're going to be busy. You're going to deserve a nice deep breath and relaxing Wednesday evening.
Oh, yeah. Yes. And we have a wedding industry event on Monday. So it's going to be on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, probably Saturday craziness. So it's going to be a good, exciting week next week.
Okay. Hopefully you have found this educational and you understand the opportunity that is in front of you. Go to KadeemaRentals.com to learn more, and you can reach out to Kristen over numerous accounts, whether it be her Instagram account or through the website. Do so, because this really is a great opportunity. And again, 10% of these sales will support the Women's Empowerment Scholarship, which is astounding. So thank you again very much for that. Anything else you want to throw in here?
No, I'm excited. I think this is the month of giving. So I think go local when you can, and anything that you can give back is a blessing to everyone.
Look at you. The Midwestern roots coming out again. I love it. That is Kristen Daaboul, and she is the owner of Raha Home and Kadeema Rentals. Again, if you didn't listen to our initial podcast, I invite you to do that because you learn more about Kristen's background. But meanwhile, take advantage of this great opportunity. And as always, thank you for listening to us here on the Westwood Living Podcast Network.